Hi, I'm Mash Ponigala, brand strategist and creative director at Spellbrand. Today's video is gonna be a bit of a rant, so you gotta bear with me. I did speak about this topic in the past a couple of times, but I'm really getting frustrated in terms of how small businesses, entrepreneurs, really have procrastination when it comes to doing the things that really matter. And this goes back to the 80-20 principle. Typically, from what I've observed, and I've been working with small businesses, brands, entrepreneurs, startups for over 20 years now. And what I've seen, the patterns and typical pattern is that small business owners and entrepreneurs try and tackle the kind of low-hanging fruit. Now, going for the low-hanging fruit is really not a bad thing by itself, but it also leads to procrastination. And of course, this goes against the kind of strategies that you may read or watch online where people say or people tell you to go for the low-hanging fruit and then go for quick wins, which would eventually, of course, it gives you the momentum, and then you can approach the bigger things, right? Now, for personal kind of activities, that may work, but when it comes to brand building, business building, I think personally, and this is my opinion based on what I've observed, that actually leads to procrastination, and that leads to companies, businesses, and entrepreneurs not doing the things that really move the needle, not doing the things that make the biggest difference in terms of business success, in terms of increasing sales, in terms of increasing revenue, and in terms of actually gaining mind share or market share. So I thought that maybe today in this video we can actually start discussing the best way to stop procrastination and to really reach for the high-hanging fruit, or rather going for the difficult tasks that really make a difference. Let's start by looking at activities in terms of two segments, right? Usually 20% of the business building tasks or brand building tasks would give you 80% of the results. And 80% of the tasks would only give you 20% of the results. Now what that means is, if you look at the tasks that you do for building your brand, and if you start categorizing them into the tasks that give you the maximum results, you will notice that most of the time, the easy tasks actually give you very little results, right? They sort of don't move the needle that much. The hard tasks actually move the needle, actually take the brand forward and help you gain market share or mind share. Now, why does this happen? It's because, first of all, there is no clear path. So most small business owners, entrepreneurs don't really know or don't really have an idea of what it takes to get from point A to point B, in terms of point A being where they are and point B being where they're actually making a difference. They're actually getting mind share and market share. Now this is because brand strategy or positioning strategy doesn't really come on the radar. Number one, because it is confusing. Number two, because it sounds like it's going to be difficult. And I was just looking at a client very recently whom I've worked with over the years, and we provided, as an agency, we provided, graphic design services, and we built a relationship, a friendly relationship, where even though we were not working on any projects, this client would email me with questions and I would answer back. In fact, we even got on a few video calls, and I would offer advice free of cost, even though my strategy sessions. I charge for my strategy sessions, but with this client, we had that kind of friendly relationship going back years and years. And I would take my time and give some pointers, some positioning strategy pointers, and yet a few months later, this client would email me back or call me back and say, well, I was a little busy and now I want to really get into it. Do you think I should do this or do you think I should do that? And I would say, well, yes, I think you should. You should have done it 2 years back when we spoke about it. It's still effective. And then 6 months, a year goes by, he would, ping me again. And I would say, well, you know what? I think that strategy does not work anymore. It's too late now because the competition everyone knows about this strategy. Everyone is into it. So it's now red ocean again. And I think at this stage, the best thing you can do is XYZ, right? To get into the blue ocean. And this is a repeating cycle, and it really frustrates me because not just this client, this is a pattern. I've noticed it with many small business owners. And this is it. I mean, look, if you want to take your brand to the next level, if you want to take your business to the next level, then you do need to have a positioning strategy. You need to build your brand from inside out. Tactics as opposed to strategies will not work, right? In the long term. You may see a little bit of results, but in the long term, they will not work. So what is the difference between tactics and strategy? Strategy is fundamental. It goes from inside out. Tactic is like, to give you, for lack of a better example, a discount campaign. Okay, so a discount campaign is a tactic, whereas coming up with a vision or a mission for the company, that's a strategy. Okay, this maybe not the best examples, but you get the point, right? So most business owners are always running after tactics. Okay, let's say you have a website or somebody has a website and the traffic goes down a little bit, the sales go down a little bit. Then the easiest thing that is to say, okay, let's reduce the prices on the website, right? Or let's go on our social media channels and have a campaign of discounting the products. Immediately they may see some sales, but again, very quickly it tapers off. That's because the client, that brand, that business owner is not really looking at the fundamental reason why traffic has gone down or sales have gone down. Yes, it could be because of Google changes, right? Algorithm changes. And those changes may mean that you've lost traffic to your website. If that is the case, then okay, you need to work on your SEO. But typically, it could be because your message is not effective. Maybe the funnel is not effective because there is no strategy behind it, because there is no kind of positioning in place. The message is not crafted well. So, okay, I don't want to ramble too much about this topic because it's a small topic, but it's got deep and profound impact on your business. So, if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, and if you're noticing that your business is plateauing or you're not really moving, to the next level, then you need to look at your brand strategy. How are you positioned, right? Do you understand your target audience? Do you have a brand story? Is your message aligning with your target audience, right? Is your brand archetype aligning with the archetype of your target audience? How is your target audience perceiving you? What kind of message is really triggering them? How are they responding? You need to look into all this. Yes, it is difficult, but difficult things will move the needle, not the easy things. Do the difficult things. Reach out. Forget about the low-hanging fruit. Yeah, put those aside. Go for the big fish. Go for the 20% of the tasks that are difficult, that appear to be difficult, but those are the ones that's going to give you business success. If you have questions about this, leave a comment below and we can discuss. I've written a lot of articles on this, I've done videos on this topic, and I will do more because this is an important topic and I get frustrated. So this part rant, part kind of advice video is just the beginning. I'm going to do more of these videos because I think small business owners need to wake up to the fact that they need to look inside, not outside, right? They need to look inside, into the brand, into the business, because success lies there, not outside. All right, so that's all for today. And actually, this is a great time. If you are on lockdown, then this is a great time for you to look inside your brand and to really, see how you can align with your target audience, right? Okay, so that's all I would say for today. Till my next video, take care.